Welcome back. I have a finished object. This is my Find the Joy socks by the Crazy Sock Lady. I have a whole pair now. And this is done with a Twisted German cast on, 2x2 ribbing. And then we got like a little 1-stitch cable all the way down to the toe. And we just got the regular old heel flap and gusset situation. They turned out really nice. They're comfortable. I can't wait to actually wear them. But I had to wait till after the video because obviously I have to show them first. So those are finished. And I still have a bunch of this yarn, so I can make myself another socks in the same color. I just got to figure out what pattern I want to do. The next thing I've been working on, I finished off my little, this is supposed to be a washcloth, but I decided it's too small. I don't like how small it is, so I decided that I was going to just use this as like a little placemat for like when I'm eating and put my hot plate on it and it doesn't heat up the table or whatever, you know, damage the table. Also, it was a little wonky. My tension was terrible because I was just learning how to do this. So I consider that a practice piece. So I did another one in a bigger, slightly bigger size. This one is a much better size. It's a, I think I did 26 stitches across. And it's a perfect square, which I love that. I like the symmetry of it. I did make a little mistake. Where was it? I made a little mistake somewhere, but now I can't find it. It wasn't a very big mistake. I skipped one of my legs by accident when I was going across, so then I just added another one in the next row and it was fine. Instead of trying to go back. They turned out really nice. I forget what this colorway is because I left the ball band at home and I didn't bring it. It's not on my cone because you can't really get the yarn off without taking the ball band off. It's in a cone. So I had to take the ball band off and then I just left it and I don't have it. So I don't know what the color is, but this is the Lillian Cream, I think, cotton. It's very nice. It does wear out my hands, so I'm not going to be making all of these like continuously. I'm going to make a bunch though. The back looks like this. I actually like the way the back looks too. It's got all these cute little ridges. That'll be a nice little washcloth. And I was debating on casting on something else, and I was, you know, back and forth. What do I want to cast on? I was thinking about casting on trying to cast on the ranunculus again. I went with another pair of socks because I'm sorry about this jiggling. Every time I move, I was pressing my arms on the table. Every time I move, it jiggles the camera, and I just realized I was doing that. So, I decided I have one sock that I asked my husband, what should I make? What should I cast on next? And he said, don't you have other projects that you've got going? How about finishing those? And I said, who are you? I didn't really say that, but I knew I wasn't gonna finish the other pair of socks because the other pair of socks I have going is meant to be a long-term project. They're long socks. They're supposed to go up to my knees. It's gonna take a while to get through even one of those, and it's a very involved pattern. that I need to pay attention to. So it's not something that I'm just going to be working on all the time. I'll work on it for a few hours and then put it away and then work on something else. So what I did decide to do, and I may regret this, obviously you can see I've got me some DPNs in my hand. I decided to cast on that horrible yarn I hate so much to make my husband another pair of socks. I'm doing it cuff down this time instead of toe up. I think that's going to be my preference, and I will still do toe up socks, but I think it's going to be my preference to do cuff down. So I have about 7 rounds on here so far, and we're just getting started. I am going, once I get the ribbing done on this one, I'm going to cast on the second sock and just do them alternately, and so that they're both done at about the same time and I don't have a big struggle. I'm sitting here, I've got one sock done and I hate it. Well, I hate the yarn. I don't hate the socks, I hate the yarn. And right now the yarn isn't terrible. I had enough of a break that it doesn't irritate me too badly. But I figured if I do them both at the same time and get them done at roughly the same time, that it might go a little better for me. So that's the plan. I don't have anything else cast on yet, but I do still have plans to excuse me, cast on something else. I'm just not sure if it's going to be the ranunculus, a different top, a different pair of socks. I'm probably not going to do a different pair of socks since I'm going to cast on both of these. I will probably wait until these are done to do a different pair, and I think I'm just going to continuously do them in tandem like that instead of waiting until one is completely done and having 3 different kinds of socks on the needles, and then I've got like 3 different socks complete, but none of them are matching, and it's just, I'd rather have a whole pair done quicker, and it just, I don't know, it just seems like the better way to do it. So that's what we're gonna do. I haven't been feeling that great. I keep going back and forth between it's the allergies or I've caught something. I highly suspect I've caught something. So yesterday I didn't do much of anything. I just was so groggy and I didn't feel like doing anything. I took the dog for walks and I, knitted throughout the day, and enough that I got this done. I finished this before dinner last night. So, but I have not wanted to do anything. I don't want to do anything today either. So I actually think I did catch something. I also spent about an hour balling up yarn. This was a shawl that I had started, and it never got finished. I tucked it away. I don't even know how long it had been in there. I was looking through my yarn at home one time, like I think the last time I was home, I was looking through the yarn at home, and I found this, and it was a shawl, the start of a shawl. It was like maybe about that long, like total, but it was one of those triangle shaped ones, so it didn't get very far. And I don't remember the pattern I was using, so I decided to just rip it out and ball it up. I can do something else with this yarn, maybe even, well, this wouldn't make very good sock yarn because I feel like it would just get torn up in no time. It wouldn't be very durable. But I had a bunch of other yarn in here from other projects that I have been doing, and I had just thrown the leftovers in the bag beside me. So I went through and I was just balling up all that stuff so that it would be a little bit neater. So I spent about an hour and a half doing all of that the day before yesterday, after my last video. I have to get a cap on the either needles or hook, one of the two. I have to figure out what kind of hat I want to make. for, it's the second hat to my grandson's birthday present. I want to do 2 hats for him, since the other 2 are getting sweaters, and sweaters are way more involved and way bigger. I thought it would be nice if he had 2 hats instead of just one little hat. So I've got to start on that. I have to start figuring out what I want to do for the kids' Christmas presents. I kind of talked about it a little bit in the last one, I think. I do think for the younger 2 this time for Christmas, I'm going to do blankets. And for the older 3, I will figure out what tops I want to make them. Either a sweater or a t-shirt or something that I think that I'm my second oldest, I might make her a little dress. I think I have enough of that yarn to make a short, like, cap sleeve dress out of that, and I think she would love that so much. Her mom might not. She tries to wear her dresses to all the inappropriate things where you're not supposed to wear dresses. This kid, if she was in a sport, she would be trying to wear dresses to the sport. That's how much she loves dresses. So I might make her a dress. Maybe it'll just be a longer, like, tunic length top. I'm not sure yet, but I already know what yarn I'm using. She's been in love with this yarn since she saw it. I don't know about the other 2 for yarn. I've got to figure out what yarn they would like the best without letting them know that I have plans. So it's supposed to be a surprise. So that's what we're working on, thinking about all of that. Hopefully I'm feeling a lot better by Monday, but honestly, I may just sleep all weekend. That's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. I don't think I have any picture or any videos of little man, so I'll just take you a little peek at him. He's sleeping. That's his normal existence this time of day. What doing, buddy? What doing? Who's such a good boy? He's such a good boy. He's been a little bit of a pain. A little bit of pain the last couple days, though. He's not wanting to listen when we take him out, and I've had to start doing some more training. I'm doing that leaning on the table thing again. I had to start brushing up on his training again, because he's starting to just think he can do whatever he wants because we haven't been actively training. Don't get under the table, buddy. You're too big for that. You're too big. You're too big. You're a good boy. Why don't you go lay down, buddy, and I'll be... I gotta finish this video. And then we can go outside. You wanna go outside? You gotta get out of the way. With that, I will let you go, and if it's your birthday, happy birthday. And I'll see you in the next one.